Turkey, and welcome to today's edition of the Mouse Bites. Now, the Mouse Bites are your latest Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and Universal Orlando news. Now, today there is big news in the Orlando theme park world, and that is because it is likely that Universal Orlando Resort could be opening as early June. Now that is exciting news for theme park fans, let me tell you. So after its lengthy closure due to the coronavirus concerns, Universal Orlando Resort is proposing to sort of open in phases beginning June 1st and June 2nd. So those dates are going to potentially be for team members to come in and visit, and so that other team members can learn kind of the ins and outs of what's going to need to happen as they go forward with inviting additional guests into the park. And then on June 3rd and June 4th, the parks are going to potentially invite guests like annual pass holders and other invited guests to the park. And then beginning on June 5th, Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure will officially, potentially, reopen to all guests. Now, I know you're asking me the question of why do I keep saying potentially? And that is because these were the dates that were put forth to the Orange County Economic Task Force. Now, during this meeting that happened yesterday, Universal Orlando put forth a number of different sort of strategies and ways of making sure that guests are kept safe to the task force. And there are 3 different key points that are going to be taken into consideration through the reopening. They are screening, sanitation, and spacing. So those are the kind of aspects that Universal will be addressing when they officially reopen. And that's kind of the points that they were letting the task force know about. Now, here are some of the ways that Universal Orlando is going to work to help keep guests as safe as possible. They want to create as many touchless experiences for guests whenever they can. Guests who visit the resort will see signage throughout the resort that will be frequent and very, very clear, specifying the procedures that are going to be in place. Guests are going to need to have their temperatures checked every single day at the main entrances before entering the park, and those with a temperature of above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit will need to take part in additional screening. Now, team members are also going to be checked before coming into work. In addition, not only will all team members be needing to wear masks, but also all guests will be required to wear masks. Now, those who do not bring a mask with them to the park will be provided a free disposable mask from Universal Orlando. Valet parking will not be available at this time. Guests will not be able to take part in any interactive play areas, and for those attractions that include water features, those features will likely be turned off or minimized, so you likely won't be sprayed on each and every attraction moving forward. With those waiting in line, you'll see virtual lines being implemented more often throughout the attractions in the park, which will allow for more social distancing. Now, single rider lines are going to be removed temporarily, and guests will ride attractions only with their immediate party. They will not be placed with other guests. So normally, if you're a party of 3, Universal will have that single rider come in and sit with you on the attraction, and that will not happen. It will just be your immediate party at that point. For live shows, there will no longer be the opportunity to take part in post meet and greet opportunities. At restaurants, all menus are going to be handed to guests, and they're going to be paper menus that can be disposed of. Mobile ordering will be available and is strongly suggested. In addition, contactless payments are going to be strongly suggested as well. Cash will be accepted, but it's, like I said, strongly suggested that you do not pay with cash. Hand sanitizer is going to be found at the entrance and exit of every attraction, merchandise venue, and dining establishment. And guests will find ambassadors throughout the park to answer any questions that they may have about these brand new procedures. So if you'd like to see the video that was presented today, or yesterday, I guess I should say, you can visit the Mouse for Less in our news section. You'll find the article about Universal Orlando potentially reopening. And there is a video that you can click on. There's a link in there so you can see the full presentation to the Orange County Economic Task Force. Now, this still needs to go through remaining approvals. So there are 2 additional approval processes that this needs to go through. Now, hopefully those approval processes will take place relatively soon, and we should know whether or not Universal Orlando Resort will officially reopen on the 5th or not. But things look potentially decent for that to happen. Now, Universal City Walk has been open since May 14th for guests, and Universal Orlando Resort closed back on March 16th due to coronavirus concerns. That's going to do it for all the news that I have for you today. Make sure you follow along with the Mouse for Less on all of our social sites. So you've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. And otherwise, we're going to see you the next time on The Mouse Bites. Have a great day, everyone.